Don't forget to subscribe and like the video, since being a small channel will help boost our video and algorithm. Let's talk about Dragon Ball Daima, as it does follow place of the somewhere in the timeline of Dragon Ball Z, this is overall as known to be a love letter to the creator of Dragon Ball. Sadly passed away. I will be putting him on the screen. But this video is about retrospectively Dragon Ball Daima. As we know, the creator of Dragon Ball has a lot of wants and wishes and thoughts about where he wanted his creation and his manga to go. There is well-known disputes, between him and, his partners, as he is, this Dragon Ball is a name that is managed by multiple people. And I do believe this have affected some of Dragon Ball Daima, but I do think that's neither here nor there, as we are doing a retrospective of Dragon Ball Daima. So after giving the series a watch, I think it was alright. I mean, it has some cool moments. I do think the character designs were overall pretty good. And it was some cool animation, cool fight scenes. There was some stuff about the show I didn't like, but it was a lot that I did like. I believe they did some of that 3D animation pretty well when it came to this ship. It was okay. Felt like it was out of place sometimes, particularly this one right here. But overall, the show being made in 2025, I think it's pretty good. They did a lot with it. The story, like the villains and the nemesis and whatnot, were all pretty okay, right? I just, you get another Dragon Ball feel. I believe if you like Dragon Ball in particularly, I believe you'll like this. You just want something that's like you already pretty much know. The lady's pretty good looking. That's about it. There's nothing really much to say. I don't really like the villains all too much. I think they were cool ones. I don't like how he, they're essentially the last battle was their adult forms. But I wish they did more fighting in like the smaller forms, I should say, for him. Or something just like to keep that kid model, right, is what I'm really hitting at. Like that, if you're going to ride with those kid models, ride with it all the way. Animation always impresses me with Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball Super initially with the movies were pretty good animation at the time, and looking back at it retrospectively, it's not bad. And acknowledging and being there for that time, seeing, hey, this was alright, and not, and also learn up a little bit more about anime and its culture and history, and animation in general. I think they were pretty lackluster. Overall, I will say, like, for anybody really, I think it's a 7 out of 10. Right? It's something like you can just put in the background. Real good background noise. Everybody know a little bit of Dragon Ball. Nice character models. decent animation, nice fights. Overall, a 7 out of 10. You can't get really bad. Comedy, I rate it as Dragon Ball comedy, goofy comedy overall. There are moments that make me laugh, and I do like pretty more serious comedies. Um, I'm down with the comedy. Um, you just looking for something stupid in the background. Listen to this. Right, storyline, 7 out of 10, maybe overrated. It's really not so much. Honestly, there were better storylines, even a rework with Broly, whatnot. Even like the little Dragon Ball Battle of Gods and whatnot. The storyline is kind of mid. I'll give it a 6, but I put it as a 7 for the people that really do understand what Dragon Ball is and for what the creative Dragon Ball really intended for a story. I do looking at certain aspects and aspects of that will be, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. I think voice actors are really important in English dubs. I do watch my anime in English dubs, so I do give the voice actors really good. True 7 out of 10. Voice actors are awesome. They really do nail their parts. You can't ask for too much. The models aren't asked to really say or do difficult things. But and the ones that are really have been there. You always got the voice of the main character, let's just say, and Goku and Vegeta and so on and so forth. And they essentially always pull it apart. Animation overall 8 out of 10. I like the color palettes. It is something different and unique, and I really do enjoy that. It isn't cutting edge animation and not something terribly new, but for the way it is blended together and for as a story that is presented to be more like homage to Dragon Ball GT and Dragon Ball in general, if looking at it overall like that through a lens like that, I will give the animation an 8 out of 10. Overall, thank you for watching the video. I really do appreciate it. This is one of my first anime retrospectives ever, so let's leave a thumbs up if you can. Thank you.